lifestyle for environment. It's a concept which actually is global movement of behavioral change to encourage people to make simple behavioral changes in their daily life. In continuation to this, a very unique initiative has been taken up on World Environment Day, that is 5th of June 2024. It's unique in a way that the environment has to be made more green. Its essence is a symbolic gesture of planting a tree in the name of one's mother, and we call it as Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. Till now, by the end of September, 80 crore saplings have been planted till September 2024. National Education Policy 2020, along with the National Curriculum Framework 2023, emphasize on climate change to enable in deeper engagement with environmental education and interconnectedness with sustainability and climate change in Indian context. Almost 52 times it has been mentioned about the climate change. It itself conveys about the significance Indian education system is giving to the climate change. National Green Corps is a program of the Ministry of Environment and Forest of covering around in India almost lakhs of schools, school eco clubs. Then participation of students in activities like Solar Ambassador. It's about the India has significant improvement in its performance on goal 13, with its score increasing from 54 to 67 in the 2023-24 SDG India Index. It itself speaks in volumes. The National Action Plan on Climate Change on 30th of June 2008 conveys about the various overviews about the India's efforts towards climate change. If we talk about India and AI innovations in India, education sector is becoming more inclusive, equitable, and adaptable, aligning with the goals of SDG 4, that is about quality education. Oxford AI Index 2023 ranks India at 40th position, whereas Stanford AI Index Report 2024, India's rank in AI penetration. India scored 2.5 on a 4-point scale in AI adoption. It shows above average level of AI adoption. I believe that there is increasing demand of AI professional, and so is the incorporation of AI in Indian curriculum system. So I would like to collectively conclude this slide of mine that India is very much focused as far as the climate change or the AI education or incorporating both. Coming to the impact of climate change on Indian education system, as has been shared by other fellow countries, there is adverse health effect on all stakeholders. If we talk about the vector-borne diseases like dengue and malaria, particularly after floods during monsoon, children being more vulnerable are at higher risk, leading to increased absenteeism and health-related learning difficulties. Long-term exposure to polluted air also affect the cognitive aspect of a child's growth. Frequent displacement, as shared by others too, the weather events or family livelihood losses caused by climate-related disasters can cause anxiety and trauma among students. In rural areas, climate-induced water shortages and damaged sanitation facilities create difficulties for girls in managing menstrual hygiene, leading to absenteeism and finally to dropouts. Increasing incidents of floods, heat waves, cyclones, and droughts lead to frequent school closures, and that itself creates the learning gaps. I believe that apart from this, it's about the reduced instructional time. It affects children in every worst possible manner, and it becomes really difficult to cope up with the losses. The traditional curriculum system, that is the novel curriculum system, not only reflect the urgency of climate education, significant importance is given to climate change in NCFCE 2024. Many traditional knowledge systems were associated to the local flora and fauna, with climate change leading to habitat loss, altered ecosystems, and species extinction. The knowledge related to natural remedies, and local resource management is being lost. So I believe that the impact of climate change on educational system has been tremendous and more or less in synergy with the other countries as well. Impact of digital technologies and AI on education system. Digital technologies and AI have had a transformative impact on education in India by making learning more personalized and engaging. It's quite accessible also. However, in Indian system also, there is a rural and urban divide. So if we talk about the usage of digital technologies, certainly urban schools are more comfortable using it. But we are using it at every level, be it at the content generation, be it the search engine, be it for the assessment purpose, for data collection, even for this presentation. It's only about the digital initiatives. We have gathered information from about almost 900 schools. If we talk about the reduced instructional time, it helps teachers in using live worksheets for more practicing, for increasing the quality of teaching and assessment as well. Automated grading system, it has lessened the burden on the teachers, and for this, the readiness is very much there on part of the students as well as the teacher. So I believe that the AI readiness is quite comfortable if we talk about the Indian education system. In Indian education system, the CBSE has also taken up AI as a vocational subject from classes 6 onwards, from the session 2019 onwards. So if we talk about the AI strategies, it is AI education, then we have AI in education and AI for education. If we talk about the innovative ways, Government of India program on environment, as already mentioned, that is Mission Lifestyle. Every school, be it the government or a private school, there is formation of eco clubs and various initiatives like that of the plantation, like that of segregation of waste, like that of the vermicomposting is very much prevalent. In some of the schools, even the governments, if we talk about some of the state governments, collaboration with NGOs and forest department, etc., is going very well. Audit is something very important that the students should be sensitized at the school level to go for the audit consumption of the resources of energy at school level and even at the home level. Environmental education through documentaries right from the early stage. If we talk about the primary students, short assembly, morning assembly presentation, where the complete school get together. We talk about the Nukkar Nataks, that is the role plays, street plays. It also creates awareness not only in the school system, but in the societies. It can be awareness through any form of art, be it the music or the display boards. Celebration of important environmental related days. It reminds the children as well as the teachers about their duties. Surveys can be conducted on climate change and innovative ideas can be shared with others. If I talk about the government initiative, we have numerous platforms. We talk about Diksha, Nishta, PM E-Vidya are all Indian government initiatives which are being incorporated in the teaching fraternity very well, be it the students or the teachers. These are the platforms made with the help of the teachers. So they are competent enough to create awareness among the students about its usage and practicability. We have the apps Precious, which talks about the identification of the disabled students and the requisite attention. We have AI-powered application, interactive panels are being government-led initiatives are being provided not only to the schools in the urban areas, but in the government areas. I think I have taken up everything. If we talk about even the virtual labs, we call it as a O labs, giving wings to imagination of students. Many students are working on AI, not only at the national level, but at the international level. Finally, we are in tune with the UNESCO's global products. They are being used in various schools and in the teaching fraternity very well. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Charu. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just going on to the next person. Now, may I request Mr. Ibrahim Musa from Iskandar School, Maldives, to deliver his presentation, please.
Mhm. अब उसके बाद हम ये टाइमर अनस्टे
Are
करते
you
हैं
able to hear?
अब उसके बाद हम थोड़ा ब्रेक
Yes, yes, you're
लेंगे.
audible.
All right. Yes. I'll share the screen. Well, hello everyone. My name is Ibrahim Musa, and before I proceed, I wish all the teachers a very happy Teachers' Day, and I'm proudly present in the Maldives. Today, we honor the commitment of educators who inspire the future generations. In a world facing climate change, integrating of digital technology into the classroom, it is very important. So, by using tools like artificial intelligence, teachers can create engaging learning experiences that educate students about climate change and empower them to take the required action. So, along with it, it requires teaching the ethical teachings of using the good use of AI. I'd like to initially introduce my team members. I am Ibrahim Musa. Along with me, we have Shuna Muhammad, Sheen Ali, and Aishat Shahuda. A small brief introduction, a country overview, the geography and archipelago in the Indian Ocean with 1,192 coral islands scattered into 26 atolls covering around 90,000 square kilometers. And in Maldives, Male is the capital, which is the political, economic, and the cultural hub, one of the smallest capital globally. And the climate, we have tropical monsoons, warm. It is around the year. Rainy season mostly from May to October, and it's dry from November to April. But recently, we have obviously seen some variations in the rainfall patterns. The education is completely free, provided by the government, and it is compulsory up to the age 16. And significant literacy improvements we've seen, and we have a very high focus on quality as per the Ministry of Education. And the Ministry of Education ensures that based on a lot of audits, that a quality education is ensured to all the students in Maldives. When we look into the technology, the growing internet and mobile access is there, and digital tools are being used in education, especially after the pandemic. A lot of educational tools and AI integrated mechanisms are being implemented within the schools.
Sorry, Mr. Ibrahim. I am unable to actually see the slide. Yeah, I see the slide now. All right.
Oh,
Thank
right.
you. Thank you. Yes, see it.
Yeah, first, I'll be looking into the impact of climate change in the education systems. Especially when I'll be focusing in the Maldivian education system. The first point I'd like to highlight is the impact on the learning facilities. So schools, mostly near coastal areas, in islands, they face a lot of issues when it comes to let's say heavy raining and these kind of things. And some islands, they face the problem of soil erosion. During high tide, even the water goes into the schools, and heavy rain sometimes creates these floods, leading to school closures. And due to this, the learning is disrupted within the island, and therefore a lot of repairs and these things are also required. And student health and the next point is on student health and well-being. There's a huge relationship between the climate change and health. More specifically, when during the dry season, it becomes extremely hot, so students are exposed to heat, and leads to dehydration, so they are not able to fully focus within the classroom due to the intense heat inside the classes. The learning education, the impact of climate change on teachers and the ability to provide the quality of education for their students. So similar to the students, the teachers also face the same issues. Sometimes their health is also due to that, leading to absenteeism. And the impact of climate change on the parents, so usually this comes from parents that are coming from poor family background. So when there are most families that are coming from the agricultural background, due to the climate change, heavy rainfall, these kind of things, the students are forced to help their parents out, losing their focus on the education. And based on all these factors, sometimes the families are forced to migrate into the capital city. Therefore, increase the number of families. There's a huge increase in the number of families that are migrating for Mali, for better education, for better facilities, for quality teachers, etc. So these kind of things lead to a lot of disruptions in the children's education. The other one is the impact of climate change in Maldivian education sector. Spontaneous weather changes. We can see unpredictable rainfall. The schools are particularly, I'm sorry, the same. Yeah. So these are the innovations, teacher-led solutions for climate change. The proposed solution, we have solar panels for sustainable energy, and the government, the Ministry of Education, they have initiated a project called the Cool School Project already. So it is using the solar panels to try to cool the schools. So this kind of a project is there now. These kind of solution based teachings can be integrated within our subjects as well. So for science students, solar energy projects can be implemented. We can ask the students for initiative and align with the environmental goals, so that they learn from that, and then as they grow, even they have the knowledge on how to proceed with these kind of things. Then integrating climate change and biology in the classroom. So ecosystem based on we can ask them. We've asked them to make ecosystem impact projects, climate change and species adaptation, human impact on the environment. These kind of things can be taught within the classes. Secondly, I would like next. I'm looking into the how the digital technologies and AI have affected schools, teachers, and students in our country. Um, uh, I would like to note that, especially after the COVID pandemic, there's a huge awareness that is being created among teachers for this. During the past around 5 years' time, all the teachers in Maldives, they have done the training, Google for Educator level 1, and some of them they've already completed the whole course as well. So they have a very clear view on using the platforms like Google Classroom to be integrated within their classes. And so because of this, we are open for personalized learning. Digital tools can be implemented for when they are working remotely in projects like when we are working on projects collaboratively. We are able to work remotely from different areas in the country. So this is also another positive impact that has brought. But unfortunately, everything has the negative side as well. So we are seeing an over reliance on AI, which is hindering the critical thinking. So for example, if we have tools like ChatGTP, we can the students they rely on these things, so it is hindering the critical thinking of the students. And then unfortunately, a few incidents of cyberbullying is also there, something that we are all working on. So based on the increase of digital technology, there's an increased digital use in the education that rises incidents of cyberbullying. There's a few students that are being impacted due to this. Then using similarly, this is leading to screen time fatigue as well. And with the use of digital tools, we are having concerns of digital privacy risks. Based looking into the solutions there in the recent years, there's a lot of AI related literacy programs that are being held within the schools, and every year the powered backed by the Ministry of Education, they do have these uh, awareness programs on digital awareness programs that are being held in the government schools. And then with the implementation of these things, we are able to provide blended learning opportunities, and as well as digital learning, differentiated learning opportunities are also there. And teacher trainings, student trainings are also there, along with it parent training is also taking place as part of the digital citizenship. And tools are being developed by our teachers for the convenience. So based a lot of AI and then digital tools are being used in classes to monitor the student progress, to see the student progress, to share the progress of the students to their parents, etc. And interactive projects, AI related or backed by the AI and digital technology. A lot of interactive projects are being held inside the classes, inside the schools. A lot of science related, let's say science fairs, these kind of things are there. Symposiums are being held for students so that the students can collaboratively work together, come to a similar platform like this, and discuss on these kind of the negatives and positives of these kind of things. Gamification, teachers enhance engagement of the students inside the class using AI backed games. So these games are being used to assess the students as well. And as I mentioned earlier, for class management, for student attendance management, digital tools are being implemented, which is a positive side of it. And recently, a lot of we are having professional development sessions, especially for our teachers, to make them aware and to make to educate them, to make on a way to educate them on ways to use the digital tools on a more positive manner. So that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ibrahim. That was very, very insightful. Very quickly, moving on to Nepal now. So may I request Basant Raj Thakur from Nepal Rashtriya Secondary School to deliver the presentation on behalf of the teachers, please. Um, uh, if we could just, again, just stick to our time limit. And like I said, we want to have more in-depth discussion in the breakout session. So if you could just very quickly touch upon the key points and keep it as succinct so that we can value everybody else's time as well. Thank you. You're not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Please speak.
So,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Namaste from Nepal. I am Basantaraj Dhakkal, and I am representing 4 members: Neera Shrestha, Noor Mohammad Mia, Bharat Mani Bhandari, and me, Basantaraj Dhakkal. Thank you for this opportunity to share about our practice in Nepal. Nepal is mostly a mountainous country, and which is mostly affected by climate change in the recent context, and it's a very serious issue. And geographically, it's a very diverse country, including mountains, hills, and plains, and politically divided into 7 provinces and 753 municipalities and rural municipalities, and including demographics of 29.16 million population. And mostly the economy depends on primarily agriculture, tourism, and the remittance. And the urban municipalities include nearly 66.1%, and rural municipalities 33.3, and more than 123 ethnic languages are spoken, and lots of religions, including Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Quran, and including diverse range of languages, ecologies. In the present context, the impact of climate change is everywhere, and the issue is more serious for the countries like Nepal. And due to climate change, recently Nepal is facing lots of floods, and you might have seen through social medias very pitiable condition of floods due to climate change. And in the let's say besides monsoon season, there are lots of droughts, wildfires, and so many. So due to this, because of remote places and due to these natural events, there are lots of learning losses because many schools are closed for long. Recently, most of the schools were closed for 3 days due to flood. Similarly, it has adverse effect on health and nutrition also, because of water scarcity, due to absenteeism in schools, and that again led to gender and ethnic disparities as well, because they are the most vulnerable population. And similarly, many of the schools and other educational infrastructures have been affected due to these events. And so infrastructure vulnerability is also challenging here. This has long-term consequences as well, like long-term economic impacts and conflicts within people, and reduced productivity, and maybe to the cycle of poverty. So similarly, digital technologies that have been being developed, and they are evolving, and they are impacting education system as well. They are impacting schools, teachers, students, and the whole society as well. So the primary effect in school is called, let's say, related to accessibility and inclusion. Similarly, it has affected the efficiency or impact on administrative efficiency of the schools and educational institutions, and that has created opportunities and challenges both for innovative learning models and taking data-driven insights. At this juncture, teachers are also facing lots of challenges and opportunities. So the role of teacher, from traditional and adopting modern technology, digital tools, updating them through professional development, and concerns of job security and effective teaching strategies, they are all impacting on this part, and discourse is going on. Similarly, the opportunities of new digital technologies for personalized learning and getting personalized feedback that's positive side, and that has created interest on students also. But at the same time, many of the students don't have this access to these tools. Similarly, those who have the access, they are in the circle of distraction in the classrooms, and because of these new technologies. Similarly, two issues, especially these two dimensions, technological and human dimension, is part of AI literacy. And so these 4 or 5 issues, I think, very important to discuss. So does AI, let's say, replace human intelligence? Is it possible? or can it cover like that? And how it can enhance personalized learning and how it can inhibit. Similarly, so how it can empower teachers or disempower teachers, and whether the companies who create lots of apps and digital technologies maybe at the time of education, maybe they may be ruling about their commercialization rather than the service, and uh, it may also create a new form of neo-colonization. So these issues need to be discussed. So for innovative teacher-led solutions, though there are many things yet to be done, and teachers are advocating for a policy because teachers are the key agents for change. And government has initiated curriculum integration, integrated climate change themes into various subjects and classes. And it needs lots of infrastructure, and teachers are doing advocacy for that. Similarly, during pandemic and natural calamities, and teachers are, let's say, trying their best effort for continuing students' learning. So as a proactive agents, how much they can. So with low resources, they are trying their best. And especially by using field trips, field visits, project works, community engagement programs, awareness programs, plantations, similarly, posters, awareness programs, they have been conducting, so leading to the society. And so different seminars, webinars, Zoom meetings, online presentation, face-to-face presentations, and how we can use that, let's say, sensitize people, students, their needs, their context into our context, and how different social media campaigns, as well as school-based curricular and co-curricular activities, paintings, speech, etc., that have been used as practice. Similarly, in case of digital technologies, it is evolving, and especially in the urban areas where the resources are there. So digital technologies have been used to automate administrative tasks like communication and giving responsive education and attendance and keeping information up to date to the parents. Similarly, different learning portals, apps, websites, videos have been created through multiple organizations, and they have been given free access to the students. And similarly, digital tools, smart boards, and other, let's say, ICT tools have been provided, though they are accessible to few schools only. So this is not the case for the whole nation. And communication during pandemic also, lots of platforms like Zoom, Google Classroom, and Messenger groups, they had been created, and learning management system locally created and internationally available, they have also been used, and for real-time feedback mechanisms, professional development communities, opportunities. Similarly, students are also provided opportunity to send their feedbacks through messengers, apps, and interactive websites. And nowadays, the students are using lots of, let's say, AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and this has been a challenge for the teachers for assignment. And so teachers are thinking of creative ways of giving assignments, and they have been provided with some virtual learning experiences and virtual reality travels to teach their concepts. And so based on student data and for instruction, and especially these digital tools have been used for special needs education as well. So how UNESCO's global products in Nepal can be utilized So basically, that these resources can be used for accessibility, inclusivity, and developing quality in education. So these tools, these resources can help enhance cooperation for mobilizing resources, scholarship programs, or let's say creating learning centers, knowledge centers, best practices dissemination and sharing, and developing learning systems that can be fruitful for local context, and training, capacity building, infrastructure development for ICTs. Similarly, and creating lifelong learning opportunities for both young and adults, and developing multiliteracy skills, so that we can take benefit from these resources for data-based decision making and key insights. And mostly, the most important thing is for adaptation and mitigation. For that, the technologies, they have the issue of the transparency, how these tools are made, and whether they can keep data safety, or whether they are accountable or not. And most important is the issue, the discourse of ethical responsibility, human rights, and the social justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pasan. Thank you. And now lastly, moving on to Ms. Sumudu Gitani from DS Senanyake National School from Sri Lanka. Ms. Sumudu, I would be very grateful if we could just stick to about 10 minutes so that we can have more time in the breakout session. I don't want us to be struggling for time there. So I would be very grateful if we could just stick to 10 minutes. Thank you very much, and sorry about this. We can't hear you. Hello? Um, we're unable to hear you.
Yeah. Hold on for a moment, ma'am, please.
You're not audible.
Can you hear me?
No, your voice is a little bit muffled. Could you just speak closer to the mic, please? Miss Sumudu, can you please unmute yourself? Do we have any other representatives from Sri Lanka? Would they like to present, please? If there is a technical problem.
Okay.
Sanjana, your camera is also off.
Can you
Right
see
here.
me? Can you see me, ma'am?
No, I'm unable to see you.
It's working now, ma'am. We can see you. You may
Can you?
proceed with
Mr.
the
Wudu, we
presentation.
see you.
Okay. All right.
Miss louder.
Mr. Mudu, we are unable to hear you. And if it's gonna, okay, just a second. We can see your screen, but we're just unable to hear you.
Miss Sumudu, can you hear us?
All right. So Miss Mudu, because we're unable to hear you, and I think we will have to proceed. What we could do is that we could just get into the breakout session, and then maybe you could actually share more of
Okay.
your insights in the break
Sorry,
side.
Miss Sanjana, can you hear me now? I face a
Yes, I
technical
can. I
problem.
can. I can.
Okay,
Yes,
can
yes,
you
yes.
see me my presentation?
I'm unable to see the presentation. I'm just going to check with my colleagues.
Ma'am, we're
No,
unable to see
we-
your
Okay.
presentation. Now
okay, it's
it's coming.
coming now. It's coming.
I think it's visible now, right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, yes, yes. We're
Okay,
able to see
thank
it, Ms.
you.
Mudu.
I'm
Just very
happy now.
quickly,
All right.
because we just don't just to let you know,
Yes.
we're a little bit short on time, so
Yeah.
we have to request you to just keep it very short.
I
Thank you.
understand.
Thank
Okay, I
you.
understand. Sorry for the problem that we face technically. Okay, I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm Sumudhu Geetani, and with my three colleagues, I'm going to talk about the integrating climate change education, digital technologies, and AI in school curricula, teaching practices, and school activities. So as an overview about the country, you know that Sri Lanka is a small island with 65,600 kilometers, and we do have dry zone and a wet zone. So for the dry zone, we experience more monsoon rains, and wet zone, the monsoon rains, and also in the dry zone, but for the short period of time. As the country's mid part is hilly, we all comparatively to the previous time, we experience more landslides and more flood as the frequent hazards. But nowadays, apart from that, we also see some cyclone problems and also tsunami and also the flooding with tidal waves. But most frequently, we experience floods and landslides, right? So here, we are going to talk about the climate change education, how it has been blended in the curriculum, and also usage of digital technologies, including AI. So when you go to the climate impact of the climate change in education system in Sri Lanka, we can see there are a lot of problems that we are facing in the schools, teachers, and on its student, and also by the students, by the infrastructure damage, and then academic calendars are changing because of the disturbances occurring by the disasters, and also the resources scarcity, because most often the resources are damaged, and also the uh, teachers and students both are facing mobility issues, and also there are health risks physically and psychologically, and also there is a requirement of the teachers to adapt into the new requirements of teaching about the climatic change, and also about they face increased workload in this regard. And therefore we can see, as a whole, the Sri Lanka is having facing some, or having the need of increased curriculum related to the, the blend in the curriculum with the climate change, and also with the AI and the digital technology, and we are practicing for that, and we are in the increase of usage. And because of the climate change, we see that on and off the climate change makes problems to the schools, and then therefore the dropout rates are in the increase, and we see that there is a problem of making the workforce prepare for the future in terms of teaching or adapting to the climate change. So when we go to the impact of the technology in the school, digital technology in the schools, we can see that there's a huge awareness of is being spreading all over the country, and majority of the teachers and the students in the urban areas are now already adapted to the digital technologies, including AI, and government is also supporting us with the smart classroom, learning management systems, online learning platforms, and development of the digital infrastructure. And teachers are also using AI-powered teaching tools, and they do data-driven teaching, and also by the schools or maybe the provincial level or maybe the government level, still we are provided with professional development, especially just as the Bangladeshi friend told, it is basically for the ICT teachers, even though other teachers are also from them learning. And also after the COVID period, we are more to the digital technology, and we are shifting to a digital pedagogy. And then on students, students are actually, we are very happy to say that students are more adaptive to the digital technology. They are using them very much, brightly, and we can see their access to the global knowledge and improved learning opportunities for rural students are also available in the country, especially by the Ministry of Education. So we have that even though we have the challenges of digital divide, but still we are addressing them little by little as a small country. And we also have government policies and initiatives, and we are happy to say that in smart classrooms, national e-learning policies, because we have in the Ministry of Education, there is a distance learning center which helps us providing a lot of materials digitally for all the people, all the students all over the country who don't have access to the education during the disaster time with the and lack of teachers, and I can see that a lot of the students are using online platforms to pass their GCE O level and A level exams quite recently. And we also can see that there are a lot of lessons that has been included in the curricula in Sri Lanka in the environmental studies, science and geography from primary level to A level. We have a lot of lessons that are included in the school curricula. Apart from that, you can see that we are practicing different kinds of things to understand that our responsibility towards the climate change. Now you can see this is the school in Colombo. There they are provided by the school. They are provided a small bag, reusable bag to utilize when they are facing exams, like different kinds of occasions that they are facing in the schools apart from the day-to-day learning. So for these occasions, they don't bring their school bags, but another plastic bag or something. But instead of using plastic bags, the schools have gone for these type of solutions. And then this picture shows you a small forest plot. This is from my school. Actually, this forest we Sri Lanka have big premises for some schools there. This was a bare land once, but the students have been given. They were given one plant for each to take care of. Then now it has become, it has grown to a small forest plot. So these kind of unique practices to each schools have been implementing in the country, and by the government has given the government has given the opportunity for the schools to decide what is required, what is best suited for the each school. And you also can see there is a small bag over there. This is a small bag that each students of that school have to keep with them in their bag. So when the litter of their own is collected, they have to put it into their bag without put it in the school premises, and they have to bring it at home, and then they have to dispose. These types of activities are taken place under the eco clubs and student-led campaigns and partnership with the NGOs. We also have a very beautiful program happening in the country, Smart Agricultural Seeds. This spreading using drones is a countrywide program, specially done by the students who are having aeronautical clubs. They are spreading these seeds to the areas where there are more plants can be grown to utilize by the animals, and also to reduce the global carbon footprint. And climate change and sustainable development education is also being taught in the schools using literacy through media, using media platforms, and also civic education, policy, and advocacy. So when we go to the innovative teacher-led solutions for climate education in Sri Lanka, capacity building, professional development, I can explain these in deep, but because of the time, I'm trying to talk it into a nutshell. So innovative teacher-led solutions often help us to mitigate the problem faced by the poverty and also the lack of digital equipments in all over the country. And therefore, recorded lectures and Zoom and Team and Meet, these platforms help us a lot of make us a lot of opportunities. So here all over the country, this is the presentation competition conducted by the Ministry of Education. This is about the uh, sustainable living and our responsibility, and that is a famous and a very popular program among students, which makes them aware of the climate change and what are our responsibilities. So majority of the students now accept that the minimalist living is one of the best solutions for all the people all over the country to mitigate climate change. So when we go to the UNESCO, we can see that there are a lot of global products that we can adopt, and also the government is still adopting to these measures. So I can say that Sri Lanka is joining with the UNESCO, and also through from the things that I learned from all of you guys, I understand as a region, we all are facing a same problem in a different way. So we have a lot of opportunities by the as teachers, and also UNESCO can provide us a lot of chances, and we have to adopt with them. So I'm Sumudu Geethani from Sri Lanka, and my three teachers, Dr. Arosha, Madhivaka, Sir Diane Pires, and also Miss Inoka Amara Divakara are the friends of my team, and we all join together in different ways to contribute this product to be successful. Thank you very much for everyone, and I would like to wish you all the teachers a happy Teachers Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Mood. Thank you so much once again for also sticking to the time limit. Yes, so I'd like to thank all the presenters for sharing their valuable insights, and I'd like to take this opportunity to bid goodbye to all those who've joined via simultaneous broadcast. So now we will be moving into our breakout sessions, and each group will discuss specific themes related to the impact of climate change and digital technologies in education. Moderators will be guiding each discussion, and in the end, they will share the findings and recommendations with the larger group. I'd like to request all moderators to share their insights using the templates, the slides that I have shared with them previously. So we have Mr. Abhinav Kumar and Mr. Aghat Avasti, who will lead CC1, which is Climate Change 1. Ms. Akriti Kharel, who will be leading DT1, and Ms. Hupwa Fan, for DT2. So that's the breakout. You will all immediately move into your breakout sessions. I'm also requesting all moderators to record their sessions, please. So, yep, we can proceed now. Just give us a minute.
All teachers must have gotten a prompt to join a particular group. If anyone is left, then please let us know and then we can help you. I also noticed some teachers actually had two IDs. So please let me know if actually this is the one that you're using.
Sanjana, can you tell us how we can move from one? Do we get prompts?
Joyce, if you can indicate which group you would like to go to,
Okay.
I
Can
can
I
put you in that group.
can I join the climate one first, and then I
Sure.
also want to join the climate. Thanks.
Yeah. Charu ma'am, you must have gotten a prompt to join the group. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I just missed it out.
You
Please
missed
show
a.
me.
Okay. Just 1 second. You were a part of the DT. Were you representing climate change or digital technology?
I think you had 4 of the people and 2 were for the climate change. But I think one hasn't turned up. So if you want, you can either move me to digital or to climate change as
Okay,
you.
wonderful. I'll assign you to the second DT group then.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Afsana ma'am, how about you? Sorry, you muted.
Yeah, I wanted DT, so
You wanted DT also,
yeah,
and you are from
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Okay, I'll put you in group 1.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
from Sri Lanka. I'm the NPS. I should be in climate change.
You should be in climate change. Okay,
Climate change.
I'll just put you in climate change.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Neetu, Sonam, Karma. Are you there? Would you like me to put you in a different group? Okay. Huma, Jian, Sarita. Okay, Sarita's left.
You can put me in a
Jian?
technology group.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Yes, Huma.
Can you please put me in a group where there are less number of
Yes,
people?
yes.
That would be fine.
Yes, thank you. I'll put you in group 2,
Okay.
digital technology.
So how will it
I
will
will
come
just,
automatically.
it'll just come.
Okay,
Just 1 second.
thank you.
Hmm.